We've had a long season full of upsets, surprises, newcomers. We're at the table with the former champion. We're sitting at a table with two master sommeliers. I'm nervous for you guys. How are you feeling, John?
I'm really thirsty.
I'm feeling the tension, for sure, but hopefully that'll work for me.
Zoltan?
Honored to be here. A little bit nervous, but I'll be okay once the wine starts flowing.
Why don't you pour out the round and we'll get started.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Zoltan, where's your space shuttle taking you on this one?
I won't say it quite yet, actually.
Keeping your cards close to your chest, are you?
The appearance of the wine doesn't tell you too much. It's not too dark, but it's not too light either.
This is classic Malbec from Argentina. What did you say?
I would say Malbec is one of the ones we should be able to scratch off the list.
If this is Malbec, my name is Mustafa.
Speaking to Bruce's point, it's kind of that middle neutral range.
Age your
Bruce?
grape?
I'm watching you. What are you thinking about?
I'm looking for something to take me away from where I think it is. I mean, the alcohol is certainly I'd take it
Fairly
as-
high.
I would take it
Yep.
to high.
It's not giving a lot on the nose. Excuse me, I have to do something a little radical.
Not a lot of
Whoa.
those.
What's he doing?
You see? A little bit more aromatic now.
I'll do what John did, so.
Don't try that at home when you're wearing a white dress. I have to say, this wine is nowhere near ready to drink. I mean, it's really closed on the nose. The palate is still quite tight.
It's speaking more to the old world, I think. Perhaps Mediterranean.
Really quite interesting. Savory, spicy,
Yep, nice.
more red fruit driven, I find, than black fruit, but very ripe.
The alcohol very high, actually. It bites back.
I'm locked in.
Same here.
You are?
Yep.
I can't find anything to take me away from my initial thought, so.
Go with it, Bruce. Use the force.
So John's keeping his cards close, obviously, but you three seem to be in a mind meld. Are you just trying to psych each other out? Is this one of these tenuous mind games?
I'd like to be clever like that, but
No, you don't have it in you.
I have my answer.
So John, since you are sort of keeping your cards close, curious to know what your guess is.
It's obviously Pinot Noir from Argentina. No. We'll start again. Almost got him.
Shocked eyebrows.
For me, this is wine from France, from the southern Rhone Valley, Grenache based, with probably a little bit of Mourvèdre Syrah, but mainly Grenache. And I'm going to say Gigondas from a nice vintage, and I'm going to say 2009. Price, $30.
Okay.
I also thought that it's from the Rhone Valley. Grenache Syrah based. I was around the village of Châteauneuf Du Pape myself, 2009 vintage, and a little bit higher price point than what John said. I go to $38.95.
There's going to be some repetition at this table. So again, France, Southern Rhone, it speaks to Grenache, that garrigue, herbaceous character. There's a bit of bitterness, which leads to being a Grenache blend. It's the same three villages come to mind, Gigondas, Châteauneuf Du Pape, and Vaqueira, but I think I'm going to go with Vaqueira with this, just for the sake of mixing it up, to be honest, because 2009 is the vintage, I think it is, as well as price point being $25.
Well, I'm sorry.
We're sorry for you, Bruce. Go ahead.
I've been locked in. I'm 210, mind you. To me, it is quite tight. It's not expressing much, and I like 210, and this tastes like the 210s I've been having. From Châteauneuf Du Pape, France, Southern Rhone. I think it's based on Grenache. I'm going to put it at $38.
So we're all within a stone's throw of each other.
That garrigue,
It's just-
bacon fat thing, you can't take it away
Come on,
from
garrigue,
that.
color. No
Yeah.
real new wood here. This
No,
speaks
that's
to
it, John.
big old
Oh,
barrels,
that's
old
it.
food.
Something
Yep.
I didn't want to say. That was
You know.
one of the cards I held close to my
You know.
chest, but I kept looking at it thinking, nope, I don't really see any obvious wood.
Okay, so how are you feeling now? Is that tension still there?
No, not really. It's alleviated.
You're ready. You're ready to
Comes
see
down
what's in
to,
this
to the
bag.
details.
Yep.
Okay,
Wow.
so
Very
Châteauneuf
nice.
Du Pape,
Happy.
Unbelievable.
2009.
Nine.
It's $34.95. Zoltan, tell me how you're feeling now that you've seen this. Was it your first instinct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The first, I didn't even want to speculate it, take it further. I was in the Southern Rhone Valley.
Close.
We were all there. We were all in the right region with the right variety. I'm pretty pleased with that. I think it's a good example, but I do think that it's going through a dumb phase. So you often hear this in the world of wine, and it's really hard to pin down and try and describe to people, but often wines are really open and aromatic when they're youthful, and then at some point, 1, 2, 3 years down the line, they close down, like this wine is right now, quite tight aromatically, and then in a year or 2 or 3, it'll open back up again.
Okay, it's interesting. So actually our new champion is Zoltan.
Hey, there you go.
Well done.
Congrats.
Cheers.
Bravo!
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be fine. Me, myself, and wine. Ooh, me, myself, and wine.